Well, folks, we appreciate you joining us this evening on Deep River Farm. Out here by the river, folks, calm. A lot of birds chirping this morning. We've been seeing some robins. We didn't hardly see any robins last year, but we're starting to see quite a few this year. We're hoping that a lot of these animals that we ain't been seeing and a lot of the wildlife and stuff will return. We're seeing plenty of squirrels. Like I said, we didn't see many robins. Not many doves. Not many sparrows. We've seen some mockingbirds. Didn't see any blue jays. Very, very, very few cardinals. And we're hoping some of that returns. Don't know where it went. Don't know if they migrated somewhere and stayed or what. We're just kind of watching just to see. We've had a little, I don't know if you can see it through the trees. We've had some spraying this morning, folks. They're still continuing to spray us. You know, I'm beginning to think they're doing it to try to dim the sun. They claim it for the CC, Charlie Lima Indigo Mike Alpha Tango Echo. And then you add the word change on that. But I believe there's a little more to it than that. I believe by blocking out the sun, it cuts off the electrons in the air, the positive energy. I believe it does that. And, it keeps people... I would say kind of not thinking for themselves, moody, that type thing, because people's not seeing the sun much. They say it don't do much, folks, but they just keep on doing it, and it seems like it's unlimited funds to do it. You know why that'd be? We're paying for it. It's our tax dollars doing it, and they're using it on ourselves here, using our money to spray us. So I think there's a whole lot more to it than what they're claiming. They're using the CC, that's what we're going to call it, as an excuse to do it, when in fact they're creating the CC by manipulating it and using these catastrophic storms, saying that these storms are natural disasters when they're actually engineered disasters. People can call it like they want to, they can believe it if they want to, but I believe, folks, if you are still not believing and you will look into it deep enough, you got to put forth some effort. You can't sit around and watch the Alphabet channel, news channel, and get your information from it, because I've come to see it's took I knew there for a long time there was a lot of propaganda on there, but every channel has its own type of propaganda. It don't matter if it's the Alphabet channel or Fox News, they've all got an agenda. You're going to hear one side or the other. It's set up like that to create division. And you're only going to get a half of a truth, if that. So you got to do your own research, folks. You got to pick and find your own trusted news sources. And those news sources are few and far between, because if you watch and you know anything about what they do, they edit out what they don't want people to hear to fit the narrative of that program or that station or that political backed group. So you just got to figure out who to get your news sources from. And if you've studied the news long enough to see where the news is coming from, you'll notice that if you've got ability to watch news from a lot of different areas of the country, that all it is a parrot network. And all they do is parrot one another, and they'll tell the same story using the same script all over the United States. And none of it's factual. It's been edited, and none of it, well, I won't say none of it. Let's just say it ain't. Let's just give them the benefit of the doubt and say it's a half truth to what they want you to know. So you got to be careful, folks. Well, one thing about it here, folks, you're going to find out the truth on what's going on in Western North Carolina and the lack of concern from any, let's just call it like it is, any of our government officials. They're spending money left and right on these campaigns. I think it's kind of funny. I got a text from wannabe Senator Roy Cooper. Now, when he was the governor of North Carolina, he did absolutely nothing for Western North Carolina after the hurricane hit, other than come out for photo ops. When the funding was set by the state legislature for money to go to Western North Carolina, he vetoed it. Let that sink in, folks. He vetoed it. So, and then turned around and filed lawsuits against the legislature because of certain things in the bills that he didn't like, that he was being punished for by what he done during the Charlie Oscar Victor Indigo Delta -19er by circumventing the law. So they removed some of the powers from the governor because of the circumventing of the law. He broke it, and then he turned around and vindictively denied people of Western North Carolina assistance because he got butt hurt, and he deserved it. And this clown is running for the U.S. Senate seat in North Carolina, vacated by Mr. Tom Tillis. So you got to be real careful. Now, the other guy on the other side, Michael Whatley, he helped propel President Trump to a victory in North Carolina. He was the GOP chairman. But when President Trump was here, he also said he was going to put Michael Whatley in charge of Western North Carolina to help with assistance. We ain't seen him. He ain't done nothing. So, there you go, folks. What do you get here? You got two people claiming they want to represent North Carolina and ain't done nothing. Ain't that about typical of you politicians? They talk a big talk, and when it comes time to walk, they're paralyzed. They'll talk the big talk, but when it comes time to do the walk of the talk, they paralyze and don't do nothing. So, but I got a text from Roy Cooper I wanted to tell you about. And in that text, he said he making himself known that he was running for U.S. Senate, and he wanted a political donation. Well, I know they ain't gonna get it, they ain't gonna read it. So I replied back to it. We're waiting on you to send money to Western North Carolina. When you send money, we'll look at donating to your campaign. Otherwise, stop texting me. No reply, of course. It was probably an unreplyable text because it had a link in it. But I get that garbage all the time. I see these posts on Facebook. Look at all that spraying, folks. You see it behind me? I get to see these posts all the time from the governor now, Josh Stein, talking about stuff. I ask him every time, when you gonna help Western North Carolina? These people are hungry and they're living in tents. I never get a reply or anything like that. But I guess it makes me feel good that I can turn right around and put it in there where other people can see the comments to let people know that these folks are going hungry and cold and living in tents and campers and little tiny wooden sheds just big enough to sleep in while the government does absolutely nothing. And we report, folks, when the money comes, when it's just stupid money. Like they just send in $290 million through the Forestry Service to clean up the forest because they want recreation and tourism back in North Carolina, because it funnels money into the revenue system for taxes. And that seems to be the only thing that they're pushing. That's tourism in Asheville for Biltmore and all that stuff, outdoor recreation and those things. And you know, those tax dollars that are going into those locations goes into locations where people don't see the truth. They don't see what's going on back up in the hollers. They don't see what's going way back up these mountain roads. They don't see these houses that are destroyed, hanging on the side of a mountain, hanging on the side of the road, hanging over the water. People living in their barn with tarps and hay bales. They don't see any of that stuff. All they see is, let's go kayaking, let's go fishing, let's go to Biltmore, let's go to the Arts District, and all this stuff. They don't see any of the truth, folks. They see what the politicians want them to see or portray. And the propaganda news media I just talked about, they go right along with it because they're paid for and they're bought. So, folks, learn the truth. Learn what news outlets are respectable and have integrity and tell you the truth. And you might as well just turn off the other garbage, because you're getting fed propaganda, and that's what it is, from one side or the other. It don't matter who is telling it. Anything on your mainstream media channels is all edited, and it's all misinformed, and it's what they want the agenda and narrative to be, while the truth is maybe half told, or there's none at all in the information. So do yourself a favor, research this stuff, like all this spraying. Don't believe what the Alphabet Channel tells you. Don't believe what Fox tells you. Find a respectable news, independent, that's going to tell you what it is. Do your own research to figure this out. Don't be a couch potato and just listen to garbage, because the garbage is what you'll reiterate to people. And then whenever somebody knows the real truth and you're regurgitating the garbage that you hear on these alphabet channels, makes you look stupid to them, and then they say, this person's out there. Somebody has just slapped them in the head. So do your own research, folks, and learn what the truth is before you start talking, because you sure don't want to make yourself look stupid in front of other people that actually know the truth and know what's going on. So anyway, folks, just wanted to let you know, we want to continue, folks. I have found out some more stuff. Starling's been sick. Talked to her yesterday. She said to ask for people to pray for her. She had been sick. She was so sick last weekend, she said, I thought I was going to have to go to the hospital. But she said she's getting a little better, but she said, I still need the prayers. She said, I'm working 12 to 16 hours a day, and I'm just wore out, tired. She said, I'm trying to recoup some of my energy and redirect what I need to do, and try to back off from the physical and do a lot of paperwork and stuff like that to try to minimize the exertion that's going on. And then I found out that Grace up at Newland at Christ Baptist's daughter has been having some medical problems. Very, very young little child having problems. And Miss Chrissy was having lung problems. She said her heart was great. It's the lungs that's the problem. And we talked about yesterday that it may be these toxins from all these dump trucks running up and down the roads, and the dust and all the chemicals that was in the river, and mold and mildew, and then she's not getting any rest. She's been going at it 7 days a week pretty much since the hurricane. And then you got Brother Bud, he's having eye problems. Been to a couple of doctors. He's going to see another one, see if they can figure out what it is. And then Sharon, she's having, she got a busted blood vessel in her eye from too much strenuous activity. And I'm probably forgetting something, and just can't remember it all. But anyway, our relief center workers are critical to the well-oiled machine, and we need them well. So you folks pray for the volunteers that are working all of this that makes everything work and run smooth, that the Lord will restore health to all these individuals and their families, because it takes a lot out of them doing what they do. Well, folks, I appreciate you joining me here today on Deep River Farm. We're not going to be in Pensacola today, so we just been up there for last 3 weeks, I'd say, doing stuff, and just had to take a break today and kind of hang back. Needed to get some stuff done here at the house, so I appreciate you folks joining us. We appreciate all the support that you've given. I wanted to say this too. The concentration from Central Global Methodist, they're getting ready to do another food drive for Western North Carolina, and this time the concentration is going to be going to B-Log. And with Miss Chrissy being in the hospital for, I think this is day number 8 now, we know that supplies are getting critically low. Talked with Holly. The registries have slowed down on all of the relief centers, but we want to try to help B-Log. They're the only relief center in that county, folks, and the other one closest to her is Cry. That's Colton over there. Oh, I did want to say, Colton was in that fire, and he got his lungs messed up a little bit, and you need to pray for him. I knew I was forgetting somebody and couldn't remember, but Central Global is going to be concentrating on B-Log for food this time because of the critically low amount that they've got right now. So you folks might want to know that, and so that if you're thinking about donating, you may want to send to B-Log to try to pump up those supplies. Outside of that, we'll keep you informed of what's going on, and try to keep everybody abreast to the situation there. Well, folks, thanks for joining. I hope everybody has a blessed day. We will see you on the next video here from Deep River Farm. Well, there's Ricky and Sammy. How y'all doing? You out here looking for bugs? Huh? What do you think? I heard Rudy going over there. Y'all got anything you want to tell anybody? Huh? Anything at all? You sound like you got laryngitis. Huh? Let's go over here and have a word with Rudy. What do you think? Hey, Rudy. They spraying us again, buddy. What do you think about that? Does it affect the taste of those seeds right there? What are you eating there? It looks like some cracked corn. What are you eating here? Oh, you're eating a little wheat. Oh yeah, okay, you got a little wheat and stuff there. Yeah. What you got to say about all this spraying? You got anything you want to tell us? Huh? Nothing at all? You just come out of the coop, you ready to eat, ain't you? Hungry? Tell us a little something this morning. You got anything you want to say? Have you been down to the river? You know you can find a lot of fishing worms down at the river. Crickets too. You just a rooster with no words this morning, ain't you? No word. All right. Well, we're gonna go on down here to the coop, put some scratch grains out. Looks like you got a big pile over here. I just hoping everything was working out for you. Nothing much to say. Alrighty, well, we're gonna go on. The buttercups are blooming. Did you see them? See them buttercups blooming? Grandma set these out way back yonder. And the ones down by the old scupperdine vines, look at there, folks. Now you decide to say a few words. Old buttercups just a blooming away. I know they spraying us, Rudy. They doing it every day, it seems like. I expect all them worms is tasteless too, ain't they? Yep. What do you think they will to do about it, Rudy? Huh? What do you think? Vote them out. That's what I said too. If they own the ballot and been in office, vote them out. That's what I say. I like that. Well, we're gonna... Yeah, get them out. I agree 100%. If they won't vote themselves a term limit, Rudy, we'll vote it for them. What do you think? I agree with that. Yeah, I hear old Ricky over there, he's trying to say the same thing. Get him out of there. Get him out of office. Yeah, y'all should have been at the polling places and telling this. Get them out. If they're in, vote them out. Clean house. That's clean house. I agree, 100%. Well, we're gonna tune out now. We'll see y'all later. Sammy? What do you think, Sammy? You a rooster with few words. All right, we'll see you.